Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel if you are new. Hello, my name is V. I post on tutorials every Thursday and Sunday at 8:15 a.m. Central Time. Getting right into today's video, we are starting off by swatching the Candy Coated collection from Not Polish. This is going to be a really good alternative for jelly polishes if you do not like gel polish. This is going to be your go-to. Nice sheer colors, perfect for the entire year. First, I swatched Lilac Lolly, which is a really pretty lilac color. Now we have Blow Me Away, which is a nice sky blue. These are all going to be really sheer, so you're going to be able to use them for tons and tons of different designs. So keep that in mind. The purpose of these type of colors are to add an extra touch whenever you want it. We got Tart and Tangy, which is a nice neutral color between yellow and orange. I'm obsessed with it. We got Juicy Peach. This one's going to be a really pretty nude. I feel like I would use it to add a little bit of extra color to someone, maybe just to ombre some other color with. I think that'd be a really good use for it. We got Vanilla Cream, which of course is going to be a great alternative for Milky White, which is perfect for milk bath nails. Those are never going to go out of style for sure. We have Black Licorice, and it gives those nice deep dark tones, that smoky look, perfect for Halloween, which I am definitely going to be trying for you guys here in the next few videos. I'm so excited to get started with Halloween nails. And then we have Chew It Over. This one, honestly, to me, from my swatch, has very little to no pigment, so whenever you do use it, it's going to be very light. Now we got Gumtastic. This one is a really pretty vibrant yellow. All I see is blessings. And now we got Extraordinary. I'm obsessed with that name, it's so cute. Now, of course, it's going to be a little bit on the pink side, but I definitely feel like it has more peach tones. But I am loving it regardless. And then we have To The Taste. This one is actually going to be the one that I'm going to be using for today's video. It is a really pretty neutral nude color, which is perfect for the fall time. No matter what the odds may bring our way. We have Sweet Spot, which is definitely a lot more on the pink side. I'm so excited. This one is going to be a really pretty for like French nails or just adding a cute pink touch to any type of design. We have Jelly Bean Dream, which is the perfect sheer mint color. I am obsessed with these pastel kind of colors for the springtime. And then here we have a nice quick little up close swatch. I know you guys can't really see the clearness against the white, but that also gives you a nice glimpse of what it looks like on white. For today's video, I'm going to be using the extra long C-curve straight coffin tips from Not Polish. I have yet to use these, so I'm excited to be using these for today's video. They are perfection from first glance. Super deep C-curve, which I've been obsessing over, and the perfect coffin shape without having to do any effort, which is also amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and apply these to my practice hand, doing so with the Young Nails brush on glue. You guys probably know by now, if you are not new to my channel, that is my favorite glue. It's just super convenient to have those bristles on that brush to nicely, easily swipe that on there, apply, you're good to go. Especially when applying nail art, it's also a lifesaver when doing that. So I'm just going to go ahead and quickly apply those, applying very firm pressure on that tip until it is dry. This glue does dry very quickly, so keep that in mind. Now very quickly, I'm taking my nail tip cutters and trimming these nails. I am going to be leaving them very long. One, because I love extra long nails. Two, because I wanted to fully experience these tips with a long coffin shape. So I'm really excited to be using these. Now I'm taking my hand file. This is a Tammy Taylor peel and stick file, which is my all-time favorite, and I'm very quickly filing the sides, just making sure that the tip is nice and flush to the natural nail. You want to make sure you do so, especially when working on a client. Getting right into our acrylic application, I am using the acrylic brush in a size 12 from Not Polish. Along with that, I'm using their acrylic monomer as well. Now for this really pretty nude color that I'm using, this is called Velvet Teddy, also from Not Polish. And I'm basically taking that and applying that in the middle section, lightly blending it downwards towards the tip. I'm using this basically to conceal that white tip on my practice hand. And then again, I'm taking a small bead of acrylic and placing that near the cuticle area. Remember to hold the finger in a downward position. I failed to do so. I apparently forgot how to use my practice hand. So disregard that, but I did quickly fix that. Now I'm taking the really pretty brown color that I swatched for you guys earlier, and I am going to basically be ombreing that. I really wanted to see what it looked like on a clear tip, and I am obsessed. So first off, I feel like we've all been there where you use an acrylic and it has a little bit of pigment left behind. That was honestly my fear when it came to these type of acrylics, because there's just very little amount of pigment in them. So it's very likely that you're going to have some pigment left behind that is either streaky or just chunks of it in there that wasn't mixed well. Well, that is not the case with these. They are mixed very well together, which I am super stoked about. Especially when applying acrylic, you want to make sure that everything goes on there flawlessly, especially with these type of acrylics that have to be nice and sheer throughout. So I'm really happy about that. Now I'm adding a little bit of chunky glitter, just kind of swirling it in the middle section. I'm taking some leaves. Those are from Profiles Backstage. If you have not looked at all their nail art stuff, you're missing out. Make sure you do so. They have tons of different glitter mixes, simple glitters, chunky glitters, micro glitters, like all of the above. They have them, so make sure you guys check those out. Now taking Fall for Bronze from Not Polish, this is the perfect burnt orange shade for the fall time. Definitely a must in my collection, and it has a very light shimmer to it, which I am not mad about. I'm taking a medium-sized bead of acrylic, applying that in the middle section, and lightly patting it down, working my way towards the tip. And then I'm taking another bead of acrylic, applying that towards the tip, and that's basically going to add a nice amount of thickness to the tip area, which you definitely want. And then of course, how I always mention in my videos, make sure you tuck in the sides, and as you're working, you're cleaning up those edges so that at the end you don't have to file a crazy amount. Now I'm working my way up towards the cuticle. Because this is such a pigmented color, I am working in smaller sections so that it doesn't get all over my finger. Now we are digging in the OMG collection from Not Polish for this really pretty color. This is called High Maintenance, and it pairs so well with these colors for the fall time. If you are not familiar with this collection, I did swatch it a while back on my channel. I have yet to use them, so I was like, I need to use it in this video. It has the perfect orange undertones, perfect bronze complementing glitter in it, so it has that nice sheer color integrated in that glitter. So acrylic glitter mix, I'm here for it, and especially because it has some color to it. So I'm basically taking that in a small bead of acrylic, applying that in the cuticle area, and then I'm just lightly dragging it down to kind of create an ombre into the clear tip. And then I'm just adding a little bit more of that chunky glitter to certain areas that I feel like are a little bit naked. And then some more fall leaves onto the surface as well. I'm basically just placing them on there, and then we're going to be encapsulating afterwards. For the index finger, we are doing the exact same design that we did on the pinky. I'm going to go ahead and finish that off, and then we're going to be back to encapsulate these nails. taking the not polished clear acrylic and we're just going to be placing that on top of the entire surface of the nail. Because we are encapsulating chunky glitter, you want to make sure you really are pressing firmly into that glitter, making sure that it gets into all the creases and crevices to avoid any air bubbles in that nail. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys watch this process as it's pretty much repetitive. Once our acrylic is nice and dry, we can go ahead and file these nails. I am taking my Kiara Sky rechargeable e-file. Along with that, I'm using my 5-in-1 carbide bit. This one is medium grit in the color rose gold, and I have my e-file at a speed of about 9 to 10,000 RPMs. I'm taking that and lightly going around the cuticle area and then filing the surface of the nail very, very gently with very light pressure. I just want to make sure that that cuticle area is nice and flush and that the surface of the nail is nice and smooth. I'm going to go ahead and repeat that on the rest of the nails. Make sure you are firmly holding the finger and firmly holding your handpiece. Now taking my hand file once again, we are going to be filing these into the perfect shape. Now because these tips were already pre-shaped, very minimal amount of work is going to need to be done at this point. As long as you are cleaning up the sides with your acrylic application, you should be good to go. I'm just taking it and filing the sides very carefully. And then we are going to flip the hand around to look at the nails from the client's perspective and file the tip into the perfect squared shape. Now, a quick little tip that I have used over the years is if you do not have crystals or the client doesn't like crystals or whatever the case is, I was actually going to use caviar beads for this because I love the look of caviar beads. However, I could not find them and I feel like the color wouldn't have matched perfectly with the gold anyways. So I'm actually taking a little bit more of that OMG color, applying that where I wanted to add the crystals, and then I am quickly encapsulating with some clear acrylic. Once you're done applying that, I am adding my top coat because I'm going to be adding the 3D nail art over top. So I'm using Gloss It on the pinky, middle finger, and index finger. And then on the area where I added a little bit more of that OMG glitter on the ring finger. And then the background of that nail is going to be matte. So I am switching out top coats for that nail. And then we're going to be fully curing that in the light. So that's just going to remove the use of crystals and it's going to stay on there definitely for sure the entire time that they have the nails on, and it's not going to snag on anything because it's nice and encapsulated. So I don't know if anybody else has done this before, but I definitely feel like I've used that quite a bit of times. So we're going to be popping that in the light for a full minute. I like to do 2 minutes just to be safe. Now once everything is fully dry, I'm going to be creating some petals for this accent flower. To do so, I'm using my 3D nail art brush from Amazon. I have had this for about 5-6 years now and it is still going strong. I'm taking that and grabbing a very small bead of acrylic, applying the bead wherever I want to form the petal, dragging the center down into a point, and then you're basically going to flatten out the sides of the petal and tuck in the tip if you want. Basically the point, not the tip. Now, I feel like if you are a beginner nail tech, make sure you guys practice these types of flowers because sooner or later you will get this requested. I feel like it's a staple flower that you can use throughout the entire year and everybody seems to love. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat those little petals on that flower and we're basically going to be finished with today's design.
This is for my day ones. Don't forget the ones I made ya. Deep side sweating out flavor. This is for my day ones. Day one. Showed up. Day one before the glow up. Don't need ask for them show love. Don't need ask for them show love. Show love. Izquierda pa' derecha,
Now, since we did add the top coat before our 3D nail art, that basically concludes today's video. Let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned a ton, and I will see you guys next time.
Don't forget the ones that made ya. Deep south sweating out flavor. This is for my day one, day one. Izquierda pa' derecha, dale bien paca. Yo quiero que tú bailes, dale sin parar. Todo mundo, hey, quiero vacilar. Shake it, and I'll throw it right back.